The Tampa Bay Buccaneers kicked off the 1987 season with a midwinter minicamp at the team's training facility, where they were tested, timed, and tutored by a fresh new coaching staff.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
At this minicamp, the Bucs met new head coach Ray Perkins to reveal his plans to revitalize the team.
I like to win. I like to win as quickly as we possibly can. That's how we're going to go about things, within the framework of building it on a solid foundation. Before you can create a situation of stability and consistency and hope to move in the direction of having some success, you have to get your team, or the biggest part of it, or nucleus, fairly well set. I don't believe in sacrificing our future just to win now. So it's going to be a building process. We do have a definite plan, and I believe strongly in that. And we'll stick to that plan, and we'll win.
Perkins' optimism gives the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a solid launching pad as they count down to the coming season. Perkins assembled the Buccaneers for a team meeting where he introduced the philosophy that has made him successful throughout his career.
We're going to laugh, we're going to have a good time, we're going to have fun, but we're also going to be dead serious, and we're going to work. There's a big difference in those two.
Perkins also has definite ideas about the coach-player relationship.
I'll get close, probably with some players.
I lose weight.
What you been doing, eating a lot of ice cream?
No, went on a honeymoon.
Honeymoon?
Yeah, I just got married recently.
You must have stayed a month.
Yeah.
First time I've been at 226.
Huh?
That's the first time I've been at 226.
Is that right?
I tell you.
That's what you were coming out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
About 225?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have fun. There'll be times that we'll laugh and joke around. My players will, over a period of time, understand when I'm really joking or when I'm serious. My personality projects a pretty intense type guy. I think that carries over to my players.
For Perkins, that intensity carries over from his playing days as a wide receiver for the Baltimore Colts. His coach was Don Shula.
Ray Perkins, as a player, was a real determined type of player. He always was well prepared, and the one thing that you could count on is that he would give you everything that he had on every play.
During Perkins' college career at Alabama, his quarterbacks Ken Stabler, Joe Namath, and Steve Sloan learned that they could depend on number 88. As a pro, Perkins was a top target for Earl Morrall and Johnny Unitas. The intensity Perkins displayed as a receiver extended into his coaching career.
Over a period of time, you could just see why he was successful. He was very basic in his attitude toward the game, and he believed in not making mistakes on offense and playing big defense. And those things win for you in any level of football.
They won for him as head coach of the Giants, where Perkins drafted quarterback Phil Simms, Super Bowl XXI's most valuable player. Joe Morris, the Giants' all-pro running back. And Lawrence Taylor, last year's NFL MVP and the most feared linebacker in the game. In just his third year, Perkins led the Giants to their first playoff appearance in 18 years. And as the hand-picked successor to Bear Bryant, he led Alabama to 3 postseason bowl victories.
I believe in working hard, Part of the challenge for me of life is to work at whatever I do. And I like to see and witness people around me dedicate themselves to a certain level, that they're going to work for that level of excellence. I honestly feel right now that this staff that we've put together, that I've been able to put together, and we're very lucky to put together, is probably the staff that we'll have for the next 2, 3, 4 years, hopefully. I'm that pleased with it. I think we've got a real good blend of professional experience with college coaches coming fresh out of college.
The new staff includes defensive line coach Mike DeBose, inside linebackers coach Herb Thitera, defensive coordinator Doug Graber with the secondary, offensive line coach Larry Bechtel, receivers coach Richard Williamson, running backs coach Sylvester Kroom, and quarterbacks coach Mark Trestman, along with outside linebackers coach Joe Kynes, special teams coach Rodney Stokes, strength and conditioning coach Kent Johnston, and John Bobo and Bill Clay. They'll help implement Perkins' new principles.
It's not just you that you're representing. It's the whole organization, and this is something that we eventually want to build as soon as we can, as quickly as we can, into something that we can all be very proud of and hold our heads up high.
Young veteran Ron Heller holds a firm belief in the importance of pride.
I don't think pride is something that you could just pull out of a hat or write down a formula on a piece of paper. I think if a person has pride and portrays himself that way, it rubs off on people. And I think we have the caliber of people here to take that type of example and go with it and just, in our own way, let pride show.
That pride was evident throughout the minicamp, where in every exercise, the Bucs' actions spoke louder than words.
You can do all the talking you want to and the so-called motivational type speeches, but I think it takes every once in a while some kind of injection into that team, like a player or like two or three players, that gives that glimmer of hope that keeps those guys working.
In the past few years, the Buccaneers have received a shot in the arm from young players like offensive tackle Heller, number 73. Defensive lineman Ron Holmes, number 90, and defensive back Rod Jones, number 22. And while the primary spark of the offense in recent years has been running back James Wilder, the newest addition to the team could be just that glimmer of hope that Perkins is seeking. Heisman Trophy winner Vinny Testaverde, one of the most prolific passers in college history, brings his record-setting ability to Tampa Bay. With Testaverde and Perkins, a bright new spotlight shines on the 1987 Buccaneers.
Vinny Testaverde becomes the first Heisman Trophy award-winning player out of college to ever be signed in the history of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Vinny, we have your jersey, number 14, which is your college number, and we want you to score at least 14 points for every game.
I know it's going to take a lot of hard work to take a giant step forward into winning, but we're all going to put our heads together and try the best. And everybody's been talking about one player changing it around, and it's not going to happen that way. It's going to take a team effort to do it, and that's what we're going to try for.
It's a thrill for me. I think any coach that can add a player of the quality and the caliber, not just from an athletic ability standpoint, but also from a character standpoint, such as a Vinny Testaverde, has to excite you. I've come to know him as a very fine individual, and I think that's a big part of the reason that he is a winning person and will go a long way in making him one of the top quarterbacks in the National Football League. Adding Vinny to our team also soars up that position to be one of the strongest in the league.
Playing in the National Football League has always been a goal of mine ever since I was a little kid. Being in Tampa will definitely be a good situation for me because number one is the weather. Number two, they have a quarterback coach now that I've worked with in the past. And if they started to win, then maybe they'd give me the credit on saying, hey, maybe Vinny and Coach Perkins and all the new guys are turning it around. In that way, that takes off the pressure.
Thank you.
While Testaverde is contemplating his future contributions, Bucs fans have become well-versed in his past accomplishments. As a quarterback for the University of Miami, Vinny became the school's career passing leader, surpassing former teammates Jim Kelly and Bernie Kosar. He mastered the Hurricanes' pro-style offense and led Miami to an undefeated 1986 regular season. He's elusive on the run and poised in the pocket. At 6'5", this tower of strength is able to see his target clearly and hit his mark with exceptional accuracy. His commanding field presence gives him the quality of leadership that is crucial for a quarterback's success. But despite his achievements, he's aware of the difficulties a rookie quarterback can face.
Going into the NFL, your rookie year as a quarterback and starting, it's a lot of pressure, and not many quarterbacks do very well. I'm just going to go out and try my hardest to do good, and I think that's all anybody can ask of me right now.
He will answer as he always has, with confidence and pride. Testaverde understands that his success is a direct reflection of the team's.
A lot of people judge quarterbacks on their statistics to find out if they're great or not as good as the other guy. But I think a way to measure a quarterback is for the quarterback to use the talent that he has around him and to utilize everybody on the field to help him win a ball game.
The Buccaneers veteran quarterback Steve DeBerg has made a career of bringing out the best in his teammates. His experience and steady influence could be a significant factor in Testaverde's development. Buccaneer quarterbacks have numerous targets, including last season's receiving leaders Gerald Carter and Calvin McGee. Carter, number 87, and McGee, number 86, each had over 40 receptions last year, with McGee tying a team record for tight ends with 45 catches. The Bucs' depth at tight end includes K.D. Dunn, number 85, and Jerry Bell, who add valuable experience to the receiving corps. The success of the offense depends upon the offensive line, which blends youth and experience. Young veterans Randy Grimes, Ron Heller, Rod Taylor, Rick Mallory, Greg Robinson, and J.D. Marleyville join seasoned players George Yarno and Marvin Powell, along with off-season acquisitions Dan Turk and Conrad Goody. The front line sets the stage for their leading man, James Wilder, number 32. Wilder led the team in rushing last season for the 5th consecutive year, despite missing 4 games due to injury. Long the Bucs' greatest offensive threat, Wilder gained over 1,000 total yards in 1986 as the heart of the running game and the favorite receiver out of the backfield. His season-long desire and determination were exemplified in one of the year's most interesting plays.
Forced up, fires over the middle, and it is up in the air. Carter battling, looks like volleyball. Is it a catch? It is. At midfield, James Wilder came up with the football. That is the strangest play I've ever seen.
Pitch left, Wilder. Wilder gets a block from Jerry Bell. Breaks open 40, 30, he's gone!
Wilder has high hopes for the coming season and for Perkins' positive influence.
Right now, the guys have a good outlook of this is going to be the one. This is going to be the season that we're looking forward to, and he's going to be the guy that have us do it.
My goal is to make every position on the football team as competitive as possible. To do that, you need depth, and to do that, you need good players and good people. We're going to build in that direction. That pure competitiveness there creates a situation where everyone is forced to work toward that level of excellence.
As the Buccaneers strive to achieve these goals and to launch a new spirit in Tampa Bay, the countdown to 87 continues. '87 will be a season of renewal in Tampa Bay, a season of pride and hope, a season to cheer about. Perkins anticipates the opportunity to build a solid foundation for the future.
I like to accumulate players and try to keep that nucleus together and build and let it develop into eventually, hopefully, a fine football team. So I'm coming into a situation where you've got mostly young guys, and hopefully there are quite a few of them that have a chance to progress and improve and be good contributors to our franchise.
On defense, the youth movement includes Rod Jones, number 22, and Ron Holmes, number 90, who have made strong contributions in their brief careers. Cornerback Jones, the team's 1986 first-round draft pick, earned a starting spot in his rookie campaign. And Holmes, the Bucs' #1 pick in 1985, has also shown promise, leading the defensive line in tackles over his first 2 years. Holmes, like Perkins, realizes the value of a dominant defense.
Usually Super Bowl teams have real strong defenses, especially in the last 2 years with Chicago and New York. We had the tradition of having a strong defense here in the past, and in the last couple of years we really slid by the wayside. So hopefully we can develop that tradition again and get things going.
Joining Holmes to rekindle that defensive tradition are frontline veterans John Cannon, number 78, and David Logan, number 76. Logan has not missed a start at nose tackle since 1980, and he and Cannon provide experience to the defensive line. In addition, nose tackle Bob Nelson, number 71, and end Kevin Kellen, number 75, enter their second year, eager to make their contributions felt. The Bucs' depth at linebacker makes that a position of strength. 1986 rookies Kevin Murphy, number 59, and Jackie Walker, number 56, joined second-year man Irvin Randall, number 54, to provide solid run defense. Veteran Scott Brantley, number 52, Jeff Davis, number 58, and Chris Washington, number 51, were the team's 3 leading tacklers in '86. Davis leads his hungry core of linebackers, while Washington's appetite for quarterbacks makes him a sack leader. Joining Jones of the young secondary, number 21, Vito McKeever, proved to be an important late-season addition in '86. And the hard-hitting Craig Swope, number 41, had a strong impact in his rookie season. In addition, Ricky Eastman and Jeremiah Castile, number 23, provide veteran support to round out the secondary. As Perkins evaluates the Bucs, he's learned some are easier to judge than others.
Igwe, Biki. Let's go, right,
Okay. Be patient, young.
Patience and consistency are Donald Igwe Buike's strengths. He connected for a club record 55-yard field goal last year. And punter Frank Garcia recorded a career-best 19 punts inside the opponent's 20-yard line in 1986. What changes can Buccaneer fans anticipate for 1987?
The only major change that I would like to see is the scoreboard at the end of the game. I like the challenge of this job. I like the opportunity. And I think we'll get the job done.
Perkins' optimism lies in his confidence in his new coaching staff and in the team's eagerness to bring positive changes to Tampa Bay. For Perkins, a proven winner with a Midas touch, the Bucs have the prospects to strike gold. With an influx of youthful enthusiasm, the Bucs' quest for success will carry them into 1987 and beyond. The team set a new NFL record with 20 draft picks in 1987. The future looks bright for them and the Bucs. The Buccaneers count down to 1987, eager to meet their new head coach's challenge with a new spirit, a new pride, and a new confidence. They are striving for the excellence that will bring a winner back to Tampa Bay.